we have absolutely been having a few this afternoon. We've got a new setup for those that are chiming in on Instagram. Of course, we're a little bit high fidelity, but I'm sure there's going to be some fine tuning over the next couple of days. And of course, everyone else that is now, we are live formally on Facebook, YouTube Live, and I'm guessing we're live on Twitch today. I don't know, I've completely forgotten. We might end up having our favorite. Twitch. We've got one of the most. We're definitely live on Twitch, and we've got an amazing.
I didn't know what Twitch was.
Well, it's basically a bunch of trolls that come by and just give you shit for pretty much an entire hour, and I'm pretty confident it's Louis Broderick. Straight in, guys. Welcome back. It is, of course, episode 86, the Happy Hour, Wine for the People, the only show left on the internet where we don't take ourselves as seriously as the wines. And sometimes we even introduce other beverages, and sometimes we don't even take wine seriously at all. And for someone to help us do that today is someone that we've had on the show before, and we had immense amounts of fun with as well. Jono, Hersey, thank you so much, brother. Good to see you again.
Good to be a bit closer.
I know. Yeah, well, I suppose last time it was sort of unnaturally far apart.
Yeah.
But Jono, we're super keen to get you back on. But then, as soon as you accepted the invite, it was like, fuck it, let's turn this up a notch. Let's do a bit of cooking. And little do you know, we've been thinking about doing some cooking stuff on the show before, but I'm a terrible cook. I'm not bad.
That's a lie. He's good. You are way better than average.
I'm okay, but I don't think I could pull it off on camera. But you've actually done an amazing job. Like one of the things, and for those that aren't following is it on the Hersey Vineyard Facebook page?
No, it's on Jono _Hersey and the French Wine Centre. I'm not very consistent with my socials.
Seriously, the stuff that you're doing at the moment is hilarious. So you jump on Jono's socials and check this out, because it's actually quite hilarious and informative. But it's just you're really entertaining. But cooking essentially out. Is it in a park under a pergola?
No, it's at the stables at home. So I've got the horses behind. Look, the horses in front of me, so no one can see. But
so the horses are your live audience.
There's a Shetland pony, a couple of small ponies, and a couple of big horses all looking at me. So when the flames go up when we're cooking, you know, this.
That's brilliant. And so Jono was like, why don't we do a bit of cooking on the show? And I thought, yeah, why not start? Why not let's give it a crack? Let's do a bit of cooking. And next minute, a kilo and a half of Marin box up.
Do we want to sneak preview?
Yeah, let's have a sneak preview. Let's have a gander. We got some we got Marin on tonight.
We got Marin.
They're resting a little bit at the moment.
I wanted to get some yabbies from home. We've got some beautiful yabbies, but it's getting a bit late in the season. Actually, I just realised how much ice is in here, and my hand
is freezing.
It's going in blind.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
right.
That'll be sleep. I mean, if not, I'll give it a crack.
Here we go. So they're in ice. So what? Now this is take my strong hand because we're about to watch camera.
Both of them.
So as you can see, we're just putting them to sleep, so it's not cruel. But there we go. Is that one? That's one camera, and that's the other one.
That's a professional.
Oh, you missed it, Laura. You missed it.
Oh, Laura, look at it again. So this one's they've got small claws, but they're just small, but they're beautiful things. So we've got beautiful yabbies at home, and they're sweet. You know, yabbies are beautiful and sweet.
Yeah,
really big claws. But when they get this late in the season, the good thing is this late in the season you get the big ones, but you get fewer.
You get fewer because they're all slowing down a little bit. Well, their temperature depends. They get all of their energy actually from their out. So I think that they call them exothermic. They get all their energy from the outside. So, like the hotter they get, the quicker they get. You know, and so that's why you're going to be like really quick in summer. But in winter they slow down, and you typically only the big ones have enough ability to be able to hold enough energy inside to keep moving.
Is that the same with prawns and crayfish and shellfish?
Most are. We're endothermic things. We get our energy by eating shit. Generating energy inside us, that's why the Matrix happens. That's it. That's right. But snakes are the same. Most reptiles are exothermic, and so are these. Right? There you go. Just fun little facts, guys. Fun little facts.
But our next door neighbours, the Luckens, John and Radda Lucken. Radda's the son of John. That was like being in a Game of Thrones thing. The son of John, father and son. We should get their number up actually, because they're like $43 a kilo for marron, and they're as good as Moreton Bay bugs, like as good as cray.
Oh
like
my
they
god,
are
these are
stunning.
those guys.
Yeah.
They put a thing on.
They're our next door neighbours.
Oh.
They're so good. So
you have dope Chardonnay, you import French wine, and next door neighbours are marron farmers.
Yeah.
Have you got a room for it?
I think we could be doing some things wrong.
Well, you guys have got a pub just down the road, so I'm pretty jealous of that.
That's right. Put a distillery in the house as well.
I don't need a distillery, and I don't need a knife in front of me wherever that came from. I don't need a knife or a distillery.
All right, well, first things first, Jono was super keen to just jump straight into it. We are, of course, going to do a cheeky spot of blind tasting because it is a wine show with, the occasional brewski thrown in for good measure. But
can we work on this together?
Ooh, yeah, we can work on this one together. This one's
Thank you
fun.
so much.
This is very pretty.
What's your first
Impressions on this one?
Yeah.
Aromatic white. We're in that sort of muscatey, Zabibo-y,
Gewürz. So that's exactly what I thought.
Traminer, Kerner, that kind of deal. Yeah.
So really floral, almost
Or
sweet
sweet
nose.
Riesling.
But dry, have you ever had a crack at the palate?
No.
Dry.
Oh, that is salty.
Dry, salty.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
So the nose is sort of fruity, muscatey because it's grapey.
Yeah.
It's also got a little bit of lychee. So the nose tells me a little bit of a Gewürz, a little bit of sort of muscat.
Oh, a little bit
early
of oak
pick,
on the back palate as well.
And
That's really interesting.
like you said about the Riesling, because there is that sort of saltiness. So it's an earlier picked, thick-skinned white grape variety in my mind.
Earlier picked things. If it's from Australia. Because it could be Sicilian, and it could just be like picked, and it's just got a massive amount. It could be like Spanish.
I usually play Burgundy.
I love that.
So this is
I think we're doing something wrong.
I'm out of my comfort zone.
That is remarkably lifted. That is so pretty. That is so incredibly pretty.
Well, let's break it down into clusters. What the primary fruits? What are you saying?
Can you just drop those comments down there, big boy, so we can let everyone know
Oh shit! Yep.
what
Sorry.
we got?
Dropping the comments down
Oh yeah.
so no one knows what we're drinking. He's gonna let y'all know what we're drinking.
So
I am so surprised.
primary fruits. Let's go primary fruits. Let's talk through people how you approach a blind tasting.
I do it by intuition.
As a supposed.
I mean, look, you could do it so deductive that you're like, oh, we're talking about, nashi pears and tropical fruits. Are they stewed fruits? Are they you go through all of those things. For me, I just kind of you feel it. I mean, straight away, I actually reckon it's skinsy. I reckon this is a skinsy that's given that sort of saltiness, that sort of back palate bitterness, and I think it's spent a little bit of time in oak, which tells me that, there's not a lot of winemakers in Australia that do this. But first and foremost, red or white?
Red or white?
White.
White. It's got a little bit, like you said, it's got a lot of, I like to deduct my thought process. For me, it's got a lot of sort of unripe strawberry and raspberry. But then it's also got florals and it's also got some of that grapey. I want to say, I want to look at it. I'm refusing to look down into the glass. But I want to say it's like a really early pick, sort of greasy, sort of lush.
That'd be cool.
I just can't help but think it's a New World producer that's a blend, and there's a little bit of colour to it, and it's done in old wood.
Okay, that's interesting. Do you want to do the get your glasses and do a reveal? Pour the colour into the glass.
Because I think this is an orange one. This is what this. That's.
There we go.
Wow. Okay. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That changes everything.
So the next question is New World or Old World?
New World with this.
Yeah, this is New World.
Oh, this has that and that changes everything.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit foxy.
Yeah.
Well, that's almost what I thought. I almost thought it's but
is this one you brought?
No,
it's
not. No,
that would be weird if we're playing.
I've drunk enough Champlain. That's not the one I brought, but yeah.
This is. So can I get a bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. I pulled the veil off a little bit too early, so I don't want to reveal it too much.
Delicious.
I think it's a blend between white and red varieties because it's got the saltiness, but it's also got some thicker skin stuff. It's got some unripe red fruits. But I also, it's been done in old sort of slightly dirty barrels, which is very New World sort of thing.
Just old barrels.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's
a little bit rounded at the back. It's actually seen a little bit of elevage. I'm actually surprised in that.
Maybe
because
exaggerated,
like
accelerated. I think it's exaggerated or accelerated elevage. Do you mean elevage in terms of time or in terms of vessel?
Either or. Like the back palate sort of softness. You know, because you see that all that saltiness up front. As it powers down the palate, you expect to have it backed up by a shitload of phenolic structure, like a shitload of bitterness. It's not bitter. It's not really bitter. It's high acid. High acid.
I'm gonna say it's a Pinot Noir Chardonnay blend.
That's gnarly. Like, yeah.
Complete.
That's really cool. All right, so I'm going New World.
And I'm gonna say Gareth Belton.
It is New World.
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent stab. Do you want to have a stab at country?
Australia.
Yeah, Australia. I didn't even need to give you options there, did I? South Australia, Victoria, Tasmania.
SA.
It's South Australia. Adelaide Hills, Clare Valley.
Now,
Riverland.
Oh, it could be a Delinquente number.
Ooh,
I don't know. No, but I'm going to stick to the hills. That's exactly what I think. I think hills. The saltiness can come from salty soils, and a warmer region, pick earlier, can also give saltiness in that high acid.
See, like I was hoping. I actually sort of had my reservations. Like maybe this was McLaren Vale. Maybe it's the saltiness that's really fucking with me. Yeah, on this.
Well,
and for that reason, I don't think it's Clare. I'm thinking Riverland now. I'm gonna take a stab, a punt. Just go Riverland.
I am going to stick with the hills.
Yeah, this is the Riverland.
The bastards!
The punt pays off.
So we already know who the producer is.
It's Delinquente.
It's Delinquente.
This is his whole series.
Is it?
I think it is.
Is this a Montepulciano? Is this a Nero d'Avola? Is this a Negro Amaro?
Is there a difference? I'm just joking.
In this house, there is.
That's really interesting. I mean, I think it's I think Monty would be too dense and extracted. Nero, it could well. It doesn't showcase a lot of like narrowness. Yeah, it's narrow.
Does Nero d'Avola, that's got more sort of black fruit sort of characters there, doesn't it?
Depends.
Yeah,
it depends.
Oh yeah, it's really weird Arabic spice thing, like cumin and cloves and stuff. And
I think I had your Nero the other night. Delicious.
It's Laura's fault.
No, it was really good because we were drinking with quite a few wines. So I was cooking up some food with Dad, and we've always got about 10 bottles of wine on the go, and we're going back and forth. And really quite sweet fruit at the start, and then we went back to it later. And like it tighten up mineral, but like perfectly
when you have
balanced.
when you have 9 bottles of Burgundy lined up against our Nero, you know, I'm just
like, we went back to it.
This is refreshing.
I chose that out of 10 bottles of very good wine to sit down on the couch with. Anyway,
that's a win.
That's basically Unico Zello's motto: wines you want to sit down on the couch with. That's literally all we really want. That's like the pinnacle for us. That's
Cuddle wines.
Can I have the options again for the grape varieties?
So this is Montepulciano, Nero d'Avola.
Did you say this is a Montepulciano? Are you trying to tell us?
This is either.
Trying to help us?
This is either Montepulciano, Nero d'Avola, or Negro Amaro.
I'm gonna say it's Negro Amaro because it's got that I don't even know if they do a Negro Amaro. Do they? It's got
I think they could do. I mean, Negro Amaro. My two choices would be
slight
Nero
blood
or
orange.
Negro Amaro.
It's got a slight blood orange. Slight, not bitterness because I don't think it's.
It would either be Nero because of the acidity, Negro because of the saltiness, and that you're right. That blood orange palate is so like it's a citrus-based palate. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a San Pellegrino.
That's why we're
a San Pellegrino.
That's good. That's good pairing.
Cool.
This is a Negro Amaro,
Nice.
Oh.
which is
cool.
hands down the best Negro Amaro
This
I've
is
ever had.
definitely the best I've actually ever had.
It's so good.
This is the best Negromaro I've ever had. This is very compelling. This is a thrilling drink.
Yeah, and the
Thrilling.
It is thrilling.
This-
Because we all thought it was white. We thought it was highly aromatic and it could be like early harvested converts. Like, how thrilling is it?
Yeah, skin contact early picked Gewurz was the initial gut feeling, and it's Negro from the Riverland. 2019 Hell Series.
There we go.
That is
Delinquente.
Oh,
sick.
sexy label.
Yeah, that is sick. Delinquente's Hell. Hell yeah, man. That is brilliant. That is seriously cool.
He was like he was chatting himself up a little bit about this when he after the cameras are off. He's like, I've tried the Negro. It's good.
Yeah, that was bound to happen.
What was that?
That was an iPad.
That was an iPad.
It's probably a broken iPad now.
It's not.
It took a
No!
It definitely is.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah,
It's just a corner.
I knew it was going to happen eventually.
Righto, next, let's keep him pumping out. Let's do it.
Word.
And Laura's like completely heartbroken because this is a very expensive iPad. But to be honest, I wasn't really valuing it that much.
Marin.
You know, it's time for it to go.
And so, yeah, sometimes things have got to go.
Sometimes things are
Hey, I've got some water here to rinse out.
All right, so what are we doing here? What do we talk me through this, Jono? So,
Do we want to cook? Yeah.
let's cook. Let's see
we
what's
can
going
cook
on.
down.
All right. So what is we've got?
Let's do the garlic first. Let's have another taste while we do this.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go into yours.
if you want to cook along and you've got Marin in your house, all you need.
Like all of us.
All right, jumping straight on the comments. Justin Hess, great to have you. Great to have you back, mate. Christina, Ruth, Aiden, thanks for the comments regarding the haircut. This here was butter from the Slow Way Cheese School that we attended on the weekend, and we actually happened to run into Ruth and Aiden there. How cool! Seriously, and it was completely unplanned.
That's hilarious.
But I'm very, very, very sorry, Terry, you didn't receive an invite. In fact, Laura and I thought we were going alone. No ideas. And I'm pretty confident Ruth and Aiden thought that too. But thanks for hanging out with us, guys. But yeah, we did some cultured butter. Make your own butter.
1 second.
Seriously, it's insane. And it goes, I tell you what, I'm sure that's going to go straight to my love handles, eh?
No, I disagree. I've had so much. Actually, no. Well, anyway, we don't need to talk about that. Who cares? It's COVID.
Well, Terry. Oh, thanks, mate. You know. Yeah. Now it's done it again. If it wasn't broken before, it's broken now. Oh my god. No. Still just the same corner.
Can we refocus?
Yeah.
Let's just everyone. We are going to take 7 seconds just to straighten the table back up, regain composure. Righto.
All right.
So we're prepping for Marin.
Oh, was that a new wine?
Yep.
Oh, whoops.
Don't worry about it.
I just bench blended.
If
It's cool.
you wanted to cook along and you've got Marin at home, you need salt, butter, garlic, lime preferable, Chablis or sort of mineral driven sort of Chardonnay.
Would the
Hersey
2016 Clos Kypo,
The 2016 Colo would go very, very well.
or Terry, who's drinking that right now?
I brought along the 2017.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah. Because I thought it'd be good to sort of Whoop.
Although we did say we never did find the Champlete.
Oh, he didn't.
No.
Who came and picked up all the wine? It went.
Terry?
Yeah. No. It went with your box of wine.
Maybe we have it.
Yeah.
I don't think we have it.
Anyway.
If we find it, it's
Terry, we should
it
share
was,
some Champlete. We'll find a way to get Champlete in your hand, man. That's all good.
Yeah. No, sorry. I thought that actually been all sorted. Now, so what was I saying?
You're cooking up your Marin.
Yeah. You need garlic. You need Chablis or acid-driven Chardonnay. Butter, garlic, salt. If you don't have fresh white wine, then you need lime. And that's all you need. And it's idiot-proof. And it's the perfect thing to cook when you've got friends around, you're having a few drinks, because you literally cannot bugger it up. Touch wood. Tune in if you want to see me fail this evening. Now, so what we need to taste while we do this. This is just me chopping garlic.
Like, you talk about failing this evening. You've one of the things that we spoke about before we went live was I found one of your recent videos. Because not all of your sort of cooking sort of expeditions out in the stables have been successful. Duck gizzards. Honestly, this is it. Have you seen it?
No.
It's pretty much like, you were doing duck gizzards tonight. What do you reckon? Yeah, cool. Awesome. He's like, yeah, we'll leave that.
we were doing 4 things, and I think the weekend before we'd done chicken hearts, were delicious with champagne and things like that. And I'd cooked up some duck gizzards, which have been confit and that sort of thing. And I was feeling, and I'm just by myself up there. And, I'm like, really pumped. Like, I've been excited about these.
Yeah,
I've never had duck gizzards before. I think I've had them before once for lunch in France once.
Yeah,
they have them warm in a salad. But, anyway, and it was not good. it didn't make the cut. It made the
blooper reel.
Yeah, it made the blooper reel. Exactly. Wow.
Well, according to Justin Hess, the 2016 Cloak Hypo is like liquid crack, and he's hooked.
Good.
Seriously, it is. I totally agree. It is one of the most amazing deals, I reckon. Is it still?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, we've just completely changed that model. We just because a lot of the French wine centre wines are really expensive, and we're not the kind of people that that. We don't just drink extremely expensive wine all the time, but more than most, but only because we're exposed to it with, importing wine. And family and friends and stuff. Like when our wines were, $30 and $50, if you wanted to buy a case, it was really hard. Someone's like, oh, I really want to buy some of your wine. And we just hated saying the price. So we just halved it for a straight case. So from now on, we thought, halve it for a straight case. So everything's down to like rosé is $100 a dozen.
So you're having to like open up cases as well, like change them up and stuff like that, and just like make it nice and simple.
It's easy, and even though we love drinking our wines, like they're high acid, like minimal intervention, they're exactly what we like. But we also just want everyone to drink them. But so we thought, bugger it, we'll have the price if you go a full case, and you're right, then nothing breaks when you ship, because if you're doing mix and match sort of cases and things like that.
Is this the 17?
Because this is the 17.
Terry's going to say, I'm going to have to get some more. I only have one left. And I want to try the next one. So is the 16 available anymore? It's
still available. Give it a rinse. Give it a put it in the marin. The marin will taste nice.
Oh, Corky has been upgraded. Corky's full of marin tonight.
Corky's actually on the bar. Unclean.
Corky's on the bar. It's been a busy week. It's been a very busy week. Guys.
What's Corky?
Corky.
Oh, Corky's the spittoon. Yeah. I was looking for the cork tank in this.
No. Corky McCorkface was named by the audience actually as everyone's favourite spittoon.
We're running out of glasses.
We are running out of glasses. Just pour it out. Just do a reverse.
Have we played this game though?
No. Do you have a guess?
I do.
Can I? We need more wine.
You need more wine?
Absolutely.
Oh my! This is mayhem. So good. We know
we're only 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Wow. If that isn't the most Italian smelling thing, I don't know what is.
Do you want me to run the game?
Yeah, run the game, big boy.
Oh, this is your wine. All right.
Oh, I don't know. I hope it is.
Well, it's red.
It is.
It's red. It's red. All right. Is it?
It's Old World.
Yeah. Okay. So great. Old World. Is it Italian, French, or Austrian?
I think it's Italian.
Right. It's not. French.
That's really interesting because the smell that tells me really triggers me for Italian always is Slovenian oak, and it's like a spicy blue fruited style of oak. That's really quite indicative of the style, and also the variety as well. This is amazing. This is actually really cool wine.
This is in Fudera.
Yeah, okay. So it probably is. Because typically for Foudre, you'll need a 65mm stave, and typically that what we call a quercus, that type of oak will only really exist in Slovenia because it's a little bit fatter.
Yeah.
Kind of fills out a little bit quicker than other oaks. Wow, that's really cool then. All right, sweet.
So, is it? Anjou?
Oh, here we go.
Every time it's Loire.
Or Jura?
Well, do you want to, I'll put that. Do you have it written down? No?
I haven't got it written down.
I'll put the comments down so everyone at home can figure out what's going on. So what was it was Anjou,
Beaujolais or Jura?
I personally think there's 2 red herrings there, and I think it's very much Beaujolais.
I think you're very much wrong.
You picked the one that it definitely isn't.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, no, only because
I can see where you're coming from.
No, like some of the really old school producers.
Yeah, it looks like not Lapierre, but his other mate. What's the other really famous Beaujolais producer? I drank a bottle with BK last time, I think.
Shout out.
Not Bertrand, but like that really. It's gonna kill me. I'll think of it later.
But also the tannin structure on this is just. It feels like Nebbiolo. It smells like Nebbiolo. It feels like old school Beaujolais that's had some solid élevage in like a really old school sort of cellar. So the fact that this is either Anjou or Jura, it's like, okay, sure. At this point, I can't possibly. Okay, I mean, in terms of variety, it can't.
Do you want me to do varieties before we do region?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Cab Franc, Pinot Noir, Trousseau, or Pulsar?
That cannot be Trousseau, and that cannot be Cabernet Franc.
Tell me why.
Well, Trousseau has this, I don't know, an ethereal sourness to it. It feels a little bit like yogurt when you drink, and this doesn't have that. This has, and it doesn't. Trousseau, I've never seen a lot of Trousseau that has as sort of.
I'd say this has an ethereal component though.
Oh yeah, totally. Which makes me feel like Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me feel like Trousseau. It doesn't make. It could be actually. Pulsard's probably really high on the agenda here. We had a Pulsard, I think, Monday.
On Monday.
This feels.
It's Jura week.
It's Jura. It's a very Jurassic.
It's not Cab Franc then.
It's not Cab Franc.
Hey, I'm just. It might be, might not be.
I don't see Cab Franc that light. I don't see like, and even by French or New World
without
producers,
tomato leaf, if it's that early picked.
And so I think it's going to be. I don't think it's Trousseau. I don't think it's Cab Franc. I don't think it's. What are the other? It was Pulsard, Pinot. What are the other two?
Pulsar, Pinot, Trousseau, or Cab Franc.
Oh, this could be Pinot. This would really cool.
It really
Pinot.
could be Pinot.
I'm gonna go Pulsar.
You want Pulsar?
Yeah.
Oui.
Oh, cool. Got one. Yeah. And again, Pinot. You know what Pinot tastes, smells like, and tastes like. And Pulsar's always for me, is like the Pinot with guts. A little bit like, but with Gamay,
I understand what you mean. If you mean by guts,
structure.
I sort of see it as the Pinot Nebbiolo.
Yeah, it's like Pinot Nebbiolo.
Wow, that's really good.
Gamay can sometimes look like this as well, but the smell is typically a little bit off, and I was sort of attributing it to probably the oak rather than the variety. What's the so if it's Pulsar and Jura?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Sulfur or no sulfur?
I would have said this was classic, so I would have said that this has had sulfur, but I'm guessing it has none.
Zip, nothing.
How?
That is incredible.
How?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay, and the vintage on this, therefore, must be like, because this looks like it's got some solid élevage to it.
Is it? 18, 17, 16.
I think it's a 16.
It is a 16.
That is amazing.
That is schmick.
This is amazing. This
Such
is
a good wine.
This
How
is
good?
Insane.
It's funny, we've got a couple
This is good drinking wine.
Yeah.
What would, I mean, one of yours that you bring in?
Yeah.
How much would that set me back?
$59.
Fudge
Is that landed or retail?
No, that's retail. Well, that's members price. Go on the thing and it's
That's pretty good, eh?
yeah.
But no, to be fair, for Jura to get in Australia, that is a steal.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
a
steal.
steal.
That's like you're saving at least $30.
I've got people that because some clients just really love Peru Rock. And they
So Peru Rock is an
fucking
amazing,
expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. Very expensive. I mean, it's not expensive as DRC, but I mean, a lot of people sort of associated that as the more hyper-natural variant of DRC because they have a joint owner, don't they?
Yeah, but he passed away.
He passed away.
Vintage was 2015, but same sort of like they can be hit and miss. Some are a bit spritzy.
Yeah.
Some one of the best wines I've ever had is a 98 Clos de Corvée from them, and it was remarkable. But their wines are lifted like this, like extreme.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that they're no sulfur, but they're no sulfur only if they've got pure written on it. And I've got people that will spend $6 grand, $5 grand, 10 grand on Peru Rock at the drop of a hat, but they drink this during the week and just genuinely almost enjoy it just as much.
Yeah, this is insane. Yeah, this is insane. What is? Can we have a gander at this? Oh man, we've had this.
We've had the Chardonnay. We had the Chardonnay with
Sean Lau.
No. We had it with Valerie from Smelly Cheese.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
This is so good. We have the most magnificent troll who I actually think is Louis Podrick. Jumping in between Twitch and YouTube. We have Animal Farm, we have Kim Jong-un, we have Real Jamal. Guys, this is awesome. This is next level. If you can make that out.
Cool.
Le Matheny.
Le Matheny. So Le Matheny is the name of the village.
Cool
story about this. So I was staying at a Airbnb in Jura. And hectic schedule. Like I was going from Jura down to Bougie, down to Claire
It's called Bougie.
Yeah, it's my favourite name for Beaujolais ever. Bougie.
What's Jura like? I've never been.
Sick.
Yeah?
I've only been once. So I go to France 2 to 3 times a year, and I've only been there once, and it is fucking awesome. But so I rocked up and like driving through was absolutely beautiful. And like Burgundy, I get there and it's like, it's all there. It's one slot. You sort of it's all there on a platter, yet you can never understand it. And then you drive into Jura and it's like the most mystical place on planet Earth. The only place that's more mystical than that is a place called a restaurant called Le Pot de Thym. And I'm not going to spell it out because it's you're not actually you're not allowed to talk about it on social media.
Really?
Yeah, but I'll give you a hint. So I won't say the name again. But for instance, so night before in Beaune, Coast Jury Pulini Montrachet L'Enseigneur, €900. At
this restaurant,
€90. Same vintage, same wine.
Is it just like it's like a weird underground takeover thing? On that night,
mate.
Or is it all the time?
I learned about it from Kermit Lynch's guy that heads up the office, and he told me about this place. I was drinking Coast Jury for €50. Just there was 2 of us, and we went through 9 bottles. And the guy that I was with was a lot smaller than me. Like I'm 120 kicks. He would have been about 70, and I don't think he drank much. But it's like the French faulty towers when you walk in. Anyway, that's you stay upstairs, like red velvet curtains and stuff, piss pan underneath the bed, hand basin next to the bed.
Old school.
Walked in and they had a bottle of Rumia Chambol Musili 2010 open. I was like,
it's like they haven't come out of the 1800s.
And literally, they've got 4,000 SKUs of all old Burgundy. And for affordable prices, like cheaper than we were drinking pus, out of a jug, at some touristy place in Beaune. Like, we'll have this, like you're looking through and you're like nothing else. You're like, okay, I'll have that €50.
It's like a Van der Swap place. And why is that? Why would this place not?
Because they're in the middle of nowhere. And they
just really love wine, and they maybe
really
have like a
wine.
really
and people
long-standing
love it.
relationship.
So all the people that all the producers love them because they just go there, stay the night. Like it's like where all the producers go for boozy away trips. Like it's where they I don't know if they get away from the wives of the family or something like that, or or their husbands or whatever. And
but they want the good booze when they get there.
It is the most remarkable place on planet Earth. Anyway, this is the only sort of place that's second sort of most mystique, and it's I got an Airbnb, and the Airbnb was really rubbish. Like I rocked up and there was no bed sheets on no bed sheets, no pillow slips or whatever, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? So I called up the lady. I was like, there's nothing on. She's like, didn't you read the the description? You have to bring your own. I was like,
how does that work for Airbnb people? It doesn't make sense.
I don't have a sleeping bag with me, so I was really grumpy. Anyway, the guy came down and sort of got chatting. He's like, oh, I make wine. You should come and taste. And I was, I didn't have any bed sheets, and we're in Jura, which is freezing in winter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I wasn't, and I was going off to see Francois Rousset Martin, so I went and saw him, and he was really apologetic. He got the days mixed up, and he was like, "If we can come back, it's like, mate, I'm off tomorrow, or I'm off this afternoon or tomorrow, whenever." Anyway, so I was like, "Oh, I'll give this guy a call." So I gave him a call. Anyway, it turns out he works for Jacques Puffinet for 8 years. He was his right-hand man. So Jacques Puffinet, is the grandfather of Jura.
Yeah.
And
Grandpuff Daddy.
Yeah, and
Granddaddy.
and he just shut up shop. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't sell it on. Didn't pass it on, and it was like the ultimate mic drop on the whole industry.
So this guy's got parcels. He's got the same winemaking style and everything like that. I'm reading up about this in the hire car that I have. All the hire cars there can drive themselves. They're beautiful. So I'm going along these like windy roads, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm calling him. I was like, oh, I'm really sorry I didn't reply to you. I'll be there really soon. Anyway, went in there, and all the wines were stonking. I came to Jura for like good value, sort of different options, a bit of wildness and salty and nuttiness. Drinkability of interest. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't getting it until this, and then I was like, fuck yes, because a lot of the places in Jura are just big sort of old school sort of domains where they're neither here nor there. Like the only sort of Jura-esque they get is their their Vengeance, and it's okay. It's a bit sickling. So to actually come across a good one is a lot harder than you actually think. So I was pumped. But yeah.
Right, we've got 20-something minutes left. Should we get cracking on?
Yeah.
Right, have we got a lighter?
We can get one.
Get one. I guess we'll figure it out. We've got one.
Righto. So, if you've got Marin at home, they're asleep now. So just rip the claws off. Have we got a bowl actually?
Yeah, I'm sure we can. Laura's gonna grab one.
Oh, thanks, Laura. So there we go. We've got a Marin divided up perfectly into 3 parts. Shall we have a glass of Polycarpo while we do this?
Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. I mean, sure.
What other answer to that question is yes?
Well, I've got a Jono show, people. I'm the guest, Brendan Carter. No, serious. It's awesome. It's awesome. Justin Hess has asked, any discount for a pallet of the 2016?
I think there's just under a pallet left.
Just enter the code pallet.
So oh yeah, cool. We've got like a myriad of bowls. we can shove them in.
Beautiful, thank you. Oh yes, we'll do a platter of the.
What do we need?
Oh we'll put these
over here
in the box across there. We'll put the meat that we're going to. Oh, love Marin. All right, so we're on a time schedule. I feel like I'm a master chef.
It's a little bit like that.
Yeah,
except,
good.
Take away the master.
Man, if
it's like we're just.
If my mystery box had Shapley and Marin, I'd just walk out.
Yeah, so right thing. Yeah, twist them. Beautiful. Righto. Now what?
And then twist that.
Yeah, we got Shardy. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll show you guys.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. Oh,
so
wow.
The main difference here with this one. Have you had a crack at this yet?
It's your oak budget. I don't know how you afford it,
mate.
Why is this like well priced?
I hate new oak. Do you want to guess how much new oak is in this? I hate new oak. I promised when I started making Chardonnay I would never, ever use more than 5% new wood.
Seriously, so that's less. That's about 5, is it, or less?
Zip.
No,
Zero.
it's fucking heaps. It's 80%. Oh. so I promised myself I'd never do it, and then we were looking through and we were like, do you know what? That's got a big cloak hypo. It looked. And we tried to do all the other blends and everything like that, but it was just, it just sort of held the fruit. Look at this.
Yeah, that's the absolute business.
That is the business, isn't it?
It's great,
Oh,
man.
add one more. My hand's gone numb. No wonder they fall asleep. Righto, so there we go. So, can you search for the next?
Yeah, I'll search for the next one.
Yeah. It's not a warm night in Gunracker.
I'm going to say that's 100% of them. Wow, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's got. Look, it's not a hot night in Gun.
It's not.
We got the window open.
It's not a hot night in the ice bath either. So,
No.
Do you want to close it open? No.
yes, I would. Can I?
Oh, that is so cool.
Can we? Oh, there's a nice.
Check out. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Check
so,
that out. That's so cool. It's just like ready to rock and roll, man.
what's the best way to?
Yeah, that's
Just-
great there.
man.
I'm not going to drip anything on anything. So
Don't
look
worry.
at those. They look like little, tiny little cray tails, but they're $45 a kilo. You got to get 2 kilos, and you got to pick them out. Oh, I don't know the logistics, but they are. Everything's closed. You're not spending your money on anything. Get some wine, good wine, some Unico Zella, some Hersey, or some French wine centre. But then get in touch with the Luckens and just get it. So put it upside down. So hard part of the cell down, and split it down the middle. Oh, these are tough actually. Now the idea here is that you split it apart,
Like butterflying them, essentially.
or you just getting rid of the poo line. This is all clear. So this guy's little or girl's little poo line's nice and clear, so that wouldn't have done any damage. But put it aside.
And just keep rocking and rolling.
Keep rocking and rolling.
We're going to get some of these, Law.
Actually, are you able to open up the Chablis? Because we need to use.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
So we came up with a new name for the dish, and it's Shabbies.
Shabby.
Chablis Yabbies, but with Marin.
This is like it's the Shabby's recipe that's been improved.
Yeah. On steroids. Yeah.
Guys, I want to know, have you guys ever had Marin? What's been your experience? And most importantly, what are you drinking at home tonight?
My question is, have you ever cooked with Chablis?
Have you ever cooked with Chablis as well? Have you ever cooked with wine outside of red wine? Have you ever cooked with white wine?
Cook with Chablis as much as you can, particularly Chablis chicken. And if you've got tarragon Chablis, tarragon chicken is the most beautiful thing. Oh, I swear to God.
I've always avoided the use of like tarragon.
No,
Because I've never
oh
really
my
understood
God.
the flavour.
Oh, it's like a licorice, but it goes really well with acidity. And Chablis got acidity, and the great thing about using that is it's like using the most high class lime, your citrus in cooking you've ever used. Because that's
a good point.
As in subbing out lime for tarragon.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Chablis, but it goes well with the Chablis, the tarragon works.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a really good point.
But then, but yeah, tarragon also, because that's the best thing about French wine is it's really sort of unique, sort of acid sort of flavors, and
Really intricate as well.
really intricate.
Yeah.
Now, so in terms of cooking, if you put that in, then and use things like tarragon and things like that, which amplify their acids, then that's where you're getting the sexiness. I don't know. I think
I think the appeal is, has always been, and especially across a number of really great Australian wines, the wines that we really enjoy drinking, always have really great natural acid lines. And Wendouree is actually a really great example of that, of something that Clare Valley as well is an enigma. Clare Valley shouldn't.
I love Clare Valley.
Yeah, well, it's one of the most sort of, I guess, Aussie wine regions. It shouldn't actually produce wine as good as it does.
Yeah.
Like if you asked any German winemaker where in Australia they would establish like one of the premier Riesling places, they would definitely not choose Clare Valley.
No.
But Clare Valley produces unarguably some of the most delicious styles of Riesling that a country's ever seen. It's Wendoree's like one of the OG, man. Like Cab Malbec and Syrah, incredible.
You know why? It's the diurnal difference. It's that
it's basically a desert with elevation, isn't it?
Desert with elevation and then maritime influence.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, of course. Laura's folks live up in.
So the pan was hot.
I hope that moving blanket isn't like.
If you've just tuned in,
If you just tuned in, this is how you burn down a distillery. Well, Ruth and Aiden, for those that have made their own cultured butter on the weekend, I would suggest if you put it in a pan that is a little bit too hot, it is. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Ready? Right, so the butter's now all burnt.
burnt butter's good.
Burnt butter's good?
Burnt butter's good.
Burnt butter's good.
Burnt butter's good.
Right,
Chuck some more in.
So
We should chuck some more in.
there's none left.
We distilled butter into the air. It was.
So
This wouldn't be a live stream if it wasn't for these antics.
we'll do half it because we're on reduced time, aren't we?
We got 14 minutes.
Yeah, 14 minutes. So like, Aaron Formosa, thank you very much, saying Tarragon is the tits.
Yeah. How good was this table?
Yeah. How good?
Yeah, was it?
Oh, not that good.
Good.
It's a Bunnings special.
Good.
Applewood gin improves all food by 20%. I thoroughly agree. Although, according to
43%.
the governing body for the promotion of alcoholic beverages in Australia, I can definitely say that I cannot on camera confirm that. But in secret, you should definitely try. Big fan of Aaron. Atherton Tableland's Red Claw is like small lobster. Man, if you can get Red Claw...
Oh yeah, they go beautiful. So garlic in.
Garlic improves everything by at least 20%, let's face it.
And then the wine goes in when the garlic's about to burn.
So
Oh, really? So there's like a specific timing thing.
Oh yeah.
What do we get to taste it beforehand, or do you just like in your family just throw away Chablis?
Have a rinse out because there's a lot of oak in that.
Oh, that would have been a really good idea too.
We've thrown away the table, correct?
It smells amazing in here. Like it's just pure garlic. It's like Unico Zello's 2020 vintage is basically going to be garlic.
Come and have a look at the colour.
Tarragon.
How
Oh, it's amazing. They're like proper like neat. They're like neat.
I forgot Thomas.
Oh, that's alright. So you just keep throwing them in.
Well, we got four of us, and but look, can we get closer? Can we get?
We can't.
Look at the colour.
Just grab the whole thing.
Oh
Grab the
yeah.
pan.
All right, let me just get some colour on the last
Because-
one. On.
Yeah.
We'll bring it up at the end.
We'll bring it up because I mean you guys can even hear it. It's amazing. Champagne butter, lots of butter, sweet chili crabs. Oh, is that what you cooked with, Aaron? That's sick, man. Beware the cultured butter. Fire alarm scene. Baby. Justin Hess, though. Famous last words from Jono. Impossible to fuck up.
What are you talking about? We're on. This is fine. I feel safe.
Just open a deal with an LA Mount Franklin Riesling to drink side by side to a 2017 slave farm. Hey, sick, awesome. Mount Franklin Riesling.
I reckon Franklin River.
Oh, you mean Franklin River or Mount Franklin? Because Mount Franklin's the one that makes the water, right? I hope that was intentional.
Come and smell this.
Smells
Come and smell
amazing.
this. Smells amazing.
Oh man.
It's like salty without having to be salty.
Yeah.
Should we show the camera?
Yeah. Let me get a sexy side up.
You don't stress. Man, you guys gotta see this. Tonight's
It's hard about Congress.
Terry Rawson. Tonight's special guest, Gummerek and CFS.
We know them pretty well.
Most of them actually work here. Holly Ratcliffe, hey, thanks for chiming in.
Coming over. Watch out.
Yeah, alright.
Oh
Bit of a
God.
cheeky look at. Seriously.
How do I? I'm
That
trying
is
to. I don't know where I'm supposed to.
no, right.
I think it's
Very
also
good, the
just
shot.
Right here.
Just for those.
Right here.
Yeah, it's
Right
right
there.
in front of there. Just tilt it.
And
There you
tilt.
go.
I can't do fully. It's full of piping hot butter.
Good.
Huh? I tell you what though, if you raise it towards there, just can you guys hear that?
Yeah, do that
A
ASMR.
little bit of like ASMR going on.
And it never worked again.
I think we might.
We've already destroyed one piece of very expensive equipment tonight.
Let's make it. I honestly,
Amazing.
this might be the. Never mind.
So the most expensive, most amount of money spent on 1 hour? Perhaps.
I don't know.
Well, I took a photo before and thought it was mayhem, and then the pan went on fire.
I think honestly, my favorite scene visually in this entire show is you chucking Chablis onto that pot, turning away, and then massive plumes of flames above your head.
That's a thing. I believe that is a thing.
Yeah, but there must be a screenshot there.
So how do you
Oh, look at it. Yeah.
Oh, you just keep.
Louis probably already done it.
keep going like they
So usually you just sort of.
have a gander?
Oh yeah, she's mid.
Oh, it's still got a little bit to go.
They've got separate from the shell.
No, I'm just touching it. No, that's it.
You've still got 10 minutes or so you've done well. Oh man.
So, yeah, it's still going. It's probably all right now, but the thing is, it never really sort of dries out. I don't know. I never know where to.
Yeah, you good there.
Well, that looks amazing.
So a little bit to go because that will get a little bit more sort of red. But you know, look at the color. Like, yes, actually, that's pretty good. But a little bit more. I've touched it. I'll get it on a
Yeah, it's all right.
little bit more. A little bit more.
Chef gets first dibs.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give anyone.
Taste
the-
as you go.
Marin.
Taste as you go.
The Marinona, the Marona. I'm here Mondays and Wednesdays.
What wine are we up to?
Well,
we got so many.
we got what?
Try some Negro.
We've got. Yeah. What else we got over here? There's something different. There's something new.
So
It's like a fucking marathon with you, dude.
so,
Is that another cloak carpo?
no, this is the estate. So this is yeah. There we go. now I know why everyone's panicking. So you know, in 2016, our bigger wine was our entry level.
Yep.
Because we thought, no, you know, fuck the system. Let's make you know, the leaner wine the top wine.
Cool. I like that.
But then we reversed back on it. So and now from now on we're just doing one wine. But so estate Chardonnay and then Clos Caipot. But then because we can't use the Clos Caipot name like we were talking about last time, from now on it's just all going to be estate.
So this is the newbie. What were you drinking before?
17 Clos Caipot. So this is the entry level, which is actually probably better. I don't know. Well, it's more pure. The Clos Caipot's got more wood.
Yep.
And
Lean, clean fighting machine.
yeah,
Yeah.
Petit Chablis, bone.
I love how you're like, we can't use Clos Caipot, but I tell you what, that may as well be Petit Chablis. This is clearly Monty de Tonnerre. This is, I mean, totally, I mean, if I was blindfolded, I would guess it as such.
Well, if you want to actually sum them up, yeah, the estate Chardonnay is like a Petit Chablis.
Yeah,
the
lean and fresh.
Clos Caipot is like a Saint Aban with a little bit more wood use, and the 16 Clos Caipot was the Clos Grand Cru Chablis.
Do you think it's a shame?
Yeah, just big flex.
Do you think it's a shame in Australia we have to utilise so much oak to make mini wines so appealing? Do you think we could get away with less?
Well, that's yeah, absolutely. Oak is the devil. The only reason it's there is just to have a clean sort of rotating system. 5% wood needs to go up, 5% wood comes in. The only reason that was because we thought that just looked so good and so smart for 80% new wood that we're like, fuck it, let's just do one, pump it full of new wood and just
see what happens.
See what happens. And yeah, so some people love it, some people prefer the estate.
You got something for everyone.
Yeah,
I suppose in that respect.
Well, it's just wine. Like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're just going to drink it, learn from it, like. And then what we've learned is
we might even burn the house down.
No more new wood, like 5-10% new wood. But we still we still like it. But it's just
I like how Bronwyn, yes, you absolutely need to. So I'm definitely going to have to rewatch this episode to catch the visuals I missed while listening as a podcast.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Bronwyn, well, thank you for listening,
Can I-
irrespective as well.
Can I flip this?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, it's clean. That's how a 12-year-old does the dishes.
Yeah, exactly. Or I clean my room.
Seriously,
Oh,
like
man.
this is. We need to do.
Oh, it's on fire on camera.
This is utterly amazing.
Can you smell that nice sort of?
Yeah, I can smell a lot of things, man, and I'm like into it.
I'm vibing.
Now we've
Oh,
got
wow.
He set water on fire.
look at this.
He said water on fire. Is it?
How does that work?
Oil. It's all oil.
It's just too much. It's too much going on. There's just so much going on. That is insane.
my God.
So, let me just quickly just check because we've gone from undercooked to. Actually, no, probably. See how the red's gone more red?
Yep.
Righto. So,
What we do
this is our clean knife.
Crack this open.
I'll just. A touch overcooked, and it has lost a lot of the chablis because it's cooked all off. So it just tastes like hot marin, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
The garlic helped. Oh man.
Now, how that was chablis, isn't that just?
So, have you heard of the concept of
potentially.
I think it's called a mukbang. Have you heard of that? We're basically doing that for everyone at home right now. It's a Korean style of like YouTubing where they basically just grab food and eat it in front of people. And I'm serious. Immense amounts of food. I'll show you after. But for those at home, like,
God, the sounds. The ASMR sounds. Oh my God.
That's what we forgot. We forgot salt.
oh yeah, true. We have the mold in there. We have the mold in here.
Next batch off camera.
Right, so.
We have 2 minutes to go. So we have a pairing. Do we have an ideal pairing for this?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get them all open so we get open. Have we got a corkscrew? Have we got a corkscrew?
Absolutely.
There we go. This is like for the save. This is honestly probably the biggest hour of power we've ever had.
Muscadet Seven Man, one of the classic seafood pairings.
Muscadet?
Western Loire, and the Nantes. Melon de Bourgogne is a great variety.
Which is very confusing, actually,
Very confusing.
because it's not from Burgundy.
But it's neutral because the Dutch settled it, so they put it there for spirit production. And
All right, what are we doing?
I
What
got
are
a
we doing?
feeling. I reckon. Yeah, these are overcooked. Yeah, I've overcooked it with all the excitement. I've fucked it. It's still good, but it's not great.
Laura, Noah.
Yeah,
We've got some here.
Get into a towel. Get into a towel.
Laura.
A lot of love for Jono.
Oh, good on halfy half.
Jono, you are a freaking legend.
Quickly have some muscadet.
Okay. All right.
So-
let's just-
Muscadet Seven Man, one of the classic. There we go. Seafood pairing varieties. It's neutral. It lives in underground glass tanks. These guys do one that's there for underground for 5 years, and it looks fresh as a daisy. It's cheap Chablis. It's cheap Chablis. Guess how much that is?
$58.
I'd happily.
$22.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't have seafood without it.
It's Surly as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's creme de la creme, organic, biodynamic, minimal sulfur. Don't use too much fun.
Terry goes, hang on, I thought you couldn't fuck it up.
I fucked it up. There's too much intensity. High intensity.
Yeah. Anyway, we have Henry about to chime in as well. And I don't think it's like really like I think if you could have anything on your tombstone, right? I think just this image right here, just complete debauchery.
What does a foot with gout look like?
Guys, thank you so much for being an awesome audience. Noah, thank you so much for emceeing. Laura, thank you so much for the support of a live audience. And Jono, of course, mate. Thank you for all of this. It was actually technically my contribution or our contribution, the butter, that actually fucked the yabby.
Homemade butter, which is on my to-do list of things to learn how to do.
Guys, thank you so much. We'll be back next Monday. Catch you soon.